Yes, March did not go as planned, but I'm not gonna let this, completely derail me. I'm going to continue to focus on my goals. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and if you're new here, I share videos about veganism and minimalism and just things that I'm passionate about, things that are going on in my life. And a couple weeks ago, I decided to put it out there how much total debt that I have and paying off as much possible as soon as I can, because yeah, it's just so much weighing on me and I need to get rid of it. So I figured I would take you along this journey. It is going to be a long journey, but I figured might as well put it out there because I know a lot of people are going through the same struggles as I am, especially with the amount of student loans that I have. If you want to see all the details about that, it will be in this playlist, and I will link the how much total debt that I owe down below. But yeah, so I figured at the end of every month I will go through how that month went and things that I'm gonna change, things that helped or went great, and things that did not go great. So today's video I'm going to cover what happened in March, and yeah, so without further ado, let's get into how the month of March went. I have an entire thing full of all my calculations. I went through my entire bank statement, and so if I am looking down, that is why. I have I broke it down into categories. So I have my monthly income, I have subscriptions, I have groceries / shopping, because unfortunately I didn't break it down. Like if I went to Target, I don't know exactly what I spent in groceries as opposed to things that I needed for my apartment. I have a parking work category because that is something that's going to be paid back to me within the next couple weeks. So it might be a big number, but I'm going to be getting that back on a future paycheck. So there's that. And then what other categories do I have? I have a Zeke category. That is my dog. I have a gas category and a fixed category, like monthly fixed bills and subscriptions and credit card and miscellaneous. So let's just get right into how March went for me. So to give you a gist of how March went, so my goal was to try and put as much money into my savings as possible, because I need to build up my emergency fund again because I had none. And my goal is to get $2,000 into my emergency fund before I start paying off like my credit cards and all that stuff. So that was my goal this month, was to put pretty much every extra penny that I have into my savings. That did not happen. So if you follow me on Facebook and even Instagram, I'll put those links down below. You will know that I had some issues with my dog. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos from last week, my what I eat in a day. He has been really sick, and I have had to make multiple vet appointments and trips in the past like 2 weeks. So I have spent so much money, and I don't regret any of it, because obviously he's my family. I love him to death, but all of my savings goals for this month are completely they're gone. So let's just go into that was just the disclaimer for just the overall view of how my month went. So let's go into my income. So I had 2 paychecks, and I had a small paycheck from my last company, but that was pretty much gone before I even got it. So I'm not really gonna count that, only because I knew it was coming and it had already been pretty much taken care of before the month started. So total income between my 2 paychecks was $5,350. That is how much came into my bank account in March. And then let me just go through the categories, and some of these I'm really gonna have to like Yeah, I'll explain when I get there. So subscriptions between like Audible, Hulu, Netflix, Apple, and I'm gonna get rid of this, but I have like an Equifax account subscription that basically every month it tells me like how my credit's doing. I don't think I really need that right now because my credit is shit. I think like once I start paying off like more and more things, I'm going to maybe get it back. I don't really know. I used that, I signed up for it when I was apartment hunting, and I don't think I need that anymore. So I'm actually gonna cancel that today. And so all my subscriptions for this month totaled around $55. Now work expenses is another category, like I said, and that is things like parking in parking garages, because I do work in Manhattan and I have to drive. All the like hospital parking lots obviously cost, you know, money. Easy Pass, and what else? Oh, and then I had to get a TB test done to obviously work in the hospital. So that cost me like $65 to get that done. But most of it is Easy Pass and parking garages, and that totaled like $550, no lie. So I will be expecting that on probably the next paycheck that I get, either on the 15th, which is the next paycheck, or the beginning of April, or no, May. So that was work expenses. That's like stuff that I have to pay out of pocket that will end up getting back to me. Next is my big monthly fixed bills, and that includes like my rent, my car, internet, car insurance, my Western Mutual fund, my student loans, my cell phone. All of my fixed bills came to approximately $3,290. So that's just money that I spend every month that goes right out there. Gas this month, I paid about $68, which isn't, I don't think, too bad considering like some of my jobs that I have to drive are like, I don't know, 40 miles away. So that's like 80 miles a day sometimes that I'm putting on my car. I have a Prius, so I think it does pretty well on gas. So I filled it up 3 times and that came to $68. So this is the next category. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to really, next month, this coming in today, starting in April, I guess today's the 31st. So starting in April, I'm really going to have to, I don't know. I'm debating on whether or not to do a cash envelope for my groceries, shopping stuff. I'm not sure yet, because between shopping and groceries, so I have this in the same category. Let me just tell you the total and then I will tell you like maybe how I broke it down. So total in grocery / shopping this month was $750. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell? How are you trying to save and spending that much? So starting in April, my goal is to not buy anything from a vending machine, which is kind of like a hard thing for me to do, especially because I work in hospitals, and if I'm really hungry, then I just go and grab something out of a, you know, chips, or my biggest thing now is getting like seltzer water. And yeah, I've spent a decent amount on vending machines. I don't know, probably like 20 bucks. And then I went to H Mart the one time and I spent like 80 bucks on like Asian, Korean food, and I bought a hot pot and a few other things. And I did buy things that are gonna last me a lot longer than, you know, once every couple weeks. So that's included in there. I also bought a waffle maker. I bought a new pillow because I have a lot of neck issues, and my other one was going flat, so it was kind of a necessity. What else did I buy? Oh, and then I bought like a little storage thing for my desk to put like things in, because I don't have much room in my studio. So yeah, I spent $750 on household items and groceries. So that was not ideal. I Actually, I broke down the next category just for my Capital One, even though sometimes they're fixed, but I was late, so I owed a decent amount on my one Capital One, and then my other one I paid. So total for Capital One credit cards this month, I paid $521. So they're all caught up and they're below the maximum balance now, which is really good. I have a couple $100s on each. So they're not completely maxed anymore. I did spend $17 at Chipotle once this month, which I don't really eat out ever, but I was dying and I caved instead of and went to Chipotle. So that was $17, which is ridiculous to me. And then miscellaneous stuff, I spent $40 on my grandmother for her birthday. She's 93, and I bought her lottery tickets, or scratch off lottery tickets, because she loves them. And so that was what I got her for her birthday. And what else did I buy? That was like 20 bucks. I don't even know. Oh yeah, I donated $20 to my friend's animal, I think, that was sick. So that was $20. I did pay off 2 bills that were kind of hanging over my head. I had a medical bill for anesthesia that literally was about to go into collections. It might have actually gone into collections. So that was $97. And then I had an Easy Pass fine, which I didn't even realize that I had. And they sent me like this, you know, it was, I can't believe that I didn't pay it and I didn't notice it, but it turned into a $55 Easy Pass fine. So I spent $152 on those bills that I didn't want to go into collections. Now here is the biggie. Like I said, my dog was sick and he's still sick. So I took him to the vet once. Well, I took him to the vet 3 times. The first time I took him to the vet, a urine test, a feces test, and then the exam, all that, and medication came to $550, which was not what I was expecting, but thankfully I had the cash for that because that was what was going to go into my emergency fund. And then he started like moaning and a lot of pain. So I am not one to ask for help at all. Like, it bothers me because he is my family. He's my responsibility, but I knew that I wasn't gonna have enough money to pay for everything that he needed. So I did put it out there and I said, if anybody can possibly help me, I would really appreciate it because I'm struggling right now and he's everything to me. And so I did put it out there. And I have so many amazing friends in the vegan community that stepped up and really helped me. They PayPal'd me and Venmo'd me. I think I got around $1,200 to put towards Zeke's medical bills, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. And I can't even express how grateful that I am to every single person that donated or sent positive thoughts, because I don't know what I would have done without. He was in so much pain. The second time I took him to the vet for an emergency appointment was $154 because he, like I said, he was in so much pain. So I got him an appointment and then he got more medication. And then on this past Friday, so 2 days ago, I had to get him a dental cleaning because he's 12 and we were pretty sure that he has some kind of like oral infection going on. And I'm glad that I did that because he had 2 abscessed teeth. Oh gosh, it was, and he did blood work and all kinds of stuff. So that bill came to literally $1,200. So all the donations helped so much. And yeah, I don't even know what I would have done. So this is what happened. Basically, I paid $411 out of pocket total, and this is why. So I ended up having to get this is the part that sucks so bad. So you're gonna have to add $500 to my debt. Actually, you're gonna have to add more than that, and I'll tell you why. So I had to get a $500 care credit card. between all of his medical bills and everything I needed to pay, I didn't have, obviously, I don't have an extra couple $1,000s, so I had to put $500 of that on care credit, which is not ideal because it's adding to my debt, which sucks, but that's the reality of the situation. March has just blown, but he's my family and he's worth it. So add $500 to the total debt for Zeke. Now, this is where I got another medical bill in the mail, and this is for the injection that I got back in January, I think, or maybe it was December. And that totaled about $1,300. So I have to pay $1,300 in that medical bill on top of the other medical bills. So I have about $4,500 now in medical bills as opposed to the $3,000, which blows, but it's interest free. And so I'm going to continue making the minimum payments on that and my other medical bill. And yeah, so let's just conclude this March video by saying that I went into more debt. And I have about, I think $100, I should have calculated it, but I have approximately $100 in my savings. Yeah. So if you are rooting for me, continue rooting for me, because yes, March did not go as planned, but I'm not gonna let this, you know, completely derail me. I'm going to continue to focus on my goals. And now that Zeke is hopefully, you know, taken care of physically, the rest will just, you know, fall into place. I have some extra money that should be coming to me this month because I worked my ass off at work, and my paychecks should be larger due to that. So I'm gonna continue to try and work more so that I can use that money for savings and then, or my emergency fund, and then put it towards my debt. So yeah, if this was not what you were expecting for March, I apologize, but this is real life. Things come up that you don't necessarily expect, and you just have to roll with it and continue to focus. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna let this like completely destroy me, and not gonna lose hope. I know that there is an end in sight, and I am just looking at the light at the end of the tunnel, wherever that, however far that may be. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching my March depressing update, and I will let you know how April goes. Like I said, I'm going to figure out how to lessen my spending on shopping, groceries, because I like produce. I don't do many processed foods, so I want to treat myself right. I don't want to be sick. So I'll let you know how April goes, and whether or not I decide to do the cash envelope system. If I decide to do that, then I will make another video regarding that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and in my budgeting series and veganism and all that stuff, hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.